What if I told you that one single AI could do the job of 700 people? I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but for one huge global company, it's very, very real. Today, we're going to break down exactly how Klarna completely changed its customer service game with an AI that is seriously rewriting the rules. I mean, it seems almost impossible, right? But the global fintech company Klarna says they've actually done it. So let's unpack this whole thing. We're going to look at how they built this system, the absolutely incredible results they're seeing, and what this all means for the future of work. Okay, first up, the problem. You see, before Klarna rolled out this amazing AI, they were staring down a challenge that pretty much any massive, fast-growing company can relate to. So Klarna is a huge buy now, pay later service. They're all over the world. They have millions and millions of customers. But with that kind of scale came an absolute avalanche of support requests. They were literally being buried under a mountain of questions and problems every single day. Now, to handle this flood of inquiries, they had a massive team of people. How massive? 700. Think about that. That is an army of customer support agents working around the clock, just trying to keep up. But here's the thing, even with 700 people, the system was starting to crack. The consequences were piling up fast. Wait times were getting longer, customers were getting, frustrated, and the support team itself was just completely burning out. They realized that just throwing more people at the problem wasn't going to work. They'd hit a wall. So, with their backs against that wall, Klarna made a huge pivot. Instead of hiring more people, they turned to a totally new kind of technology. And this, my friends, brings us to the real star of our story, the AI agent. And here is the absolutely crucial detail. This was not just some basic chatbot. Klarna went with something called Agentic AI. The best way to think about it is like this. A normal chatbot can tell you the library's hours. An agentic AI can look at your account, see your books are overdue, and then renew them for you right then and there. It doesn't just answer questions, it actually does things. In practice, it works in this really powerful three-step loop. First, it understands what the user is asking about. Then, it securely accesses their account info. And finally, it solves the problem by taking direct action. It's a complete end-to-end problem solver. Now, the first question that probably pops into your head is about jobs, right? Was this whole thing just a sneaky plan to replace 700 people? Well, Klarna insists that the answer is no, which brings us to their hybrid model, keeping humans in control. Their strategy was all about a very clear division of labor. The AI agent would handle all the repetitive, high-volume stuff, the routine questions, payment issues, being available 24/7. This freed up the human team to become strategists. They now monitor the AI's performance, they analyze customer feedback, and, this is key, they handle the really complex, sensitive cases that still need that human touch. And here is maybe the most important rule of their entire system. The customer is never, ever trapped. There's always an off-ramp. If at any point you're not happy with the AI, you can just instantly ask to talk to a person. That little escape hatch is absolutely essential for building trust with customers. So that's the strategy. But did it actually work? Well, let's get to the groundbreaking results, because the numbers here are frankly staggering. Get this. In its very first month, the AI agent handled 2.3 million customer conversations. That's not in a year, that's in 1 month. The scale is just mind-boggling. And what does that 2.3 million conversations actually mean? It's the equivalent of the work done by 700 full-time agents. In just 1 month, the AI was already matching the output of their entire original human team. Insane. Okay, so it's super efficient, but did customers hate it? I mean, this is probably the most shocking part of the whole story. Customer satisfaction didn't just stay the same, it actually went up. Turns out, people were getting faster, more accurate answers around the clock, and the data shows they really liked it. And the good news just kept on coming. Service costs dropped like a rock. Wait times pretty much vanished. And the quality of the service became way more consistent. It was a huge win for the company, and it turns out, a huge win for the customer, too. All right, so for our last section, let's zoom out a bit, because this story isn't just about Klarna. Let's look at the big picture and answer the question, why does any of this matter? So what does it all mean? Well, the big takeaway here is that AI, when it's used smartly, isn't just about cutting costs. it can actually make the customer experience way better. It delivers faster, more consistent service, and it elevates the human workers, freeing them up to focus on the problems that really need a creative human mind to solve. And all of this leaves us with one final and pretty unavoidable question. After seeing the tech, the results, and the boost in customer happiness, you just have to ask, is this the new standard? Is this what we should all start expecting from customer support from now on? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.